Hey everybody, JPT back here with Banished, right where we left off. I didn't want to leave you in the dark. You're going to be riding along for the entire process of this community. Excelsior! It's so silly, but I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so here it says the reserve of firewood is low. Let me explain why, at least why I believe that is. Because most families pull in their own firewood into their own houses. So as you can see here, they've all pulled in. This family is really hoarding it. But again, there's only 2 people here. There's 4 people here. 4 people here, I believe. Yeah, 8 people can live in a house. At least a wooden house. I'm not sure if that changes for stone. And we've got 4 people here. Also, that's going on. But we still have 4 people that don't have houses. So we have an 18-year-old, a 20-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old. Let's get that family in a house. So what we'll do here is we'll go ahead and build another house right on the edge of this road. We'll just butt up against that other house. So essentially, from what I can tell, if you're going to start off with 20 people, you need to immediately build 5 houses. Because not everyone wants to live together. And so you have different families. And as you grow, you're going to get more and more families. So it's best to be able to designate an area that's going to be for housing. And in my instance, it's going to be this area here. And like I said, normally I try to put in spaces, but if I can do clusters of 4, I think that's okay. Still waiting on this to get completed. It looks like stone and some people to build is a little bit of the issue, but of course everyone's kind of scattered about. So it really is a game of managing your people as well as making sure that things get built in time, because we're already in early summer. Excuse me. And it's really going to get winter really soon. So you're really wanting to make sure, from what I believe, you have enough stuff to keep your people going. So in this instance, we need a woodcutter. And it requires a lot of space, to be honest. So what I'm going to do here, let me see if I can save a little bit of space by putting it right next to the farm here. I think, yeah. Because essentially what's going to happen is that to get the resources, they're going to need to run back and forth. And really, I should have probably rotated this, and now that I think about it. But, oh well, the pathing will be okay in this instance. Let's see, is there anything else that I really feel like we need? We could do herbalist. I think it may be a little too early to do blacksmith. Tailoring, this is like, once you get across this, you're really starting to get into the multiple year aspect, at least in my opinion. I have yet to have a fire in any of the time that I've played, but I feel like they want to do that to kind of freak people out. And I didn't really put this in a good location. Maybe I should put it here. In a little bit more centralized location, just in case a building does catch on fire. I think I'll build it there, just because. Let's see. Also want to go ahead and, oh, see, here's some deer over here. If it wasn't for the fact that there's this giant hole here, I would be all about putting my hunter's lodge there, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, so this is another thing. So we're really starting to edge out on the maximizing of forcing our builders to really get to work. So let's go ahead and turn on the building. See all these people going to work here, taking care of this road for me. Appreciate it. Oh, and you know what? I don't think this is a good place for this, so I'm going to go ahead and pause that building. It's always best to pause it. Let's go ahead and destroy this. That's how you remove a structure. You can do the same thing with resources and that kind of thing. So I forgot I did want to go ahead and build another road. We'll do it there. Again, not ideal. I'm a perfectionist. I like to have things built to where they're good, but I like to think that as you move along, it makes it look better. It makes it look more realistic that not everything is perfect. These people apparently make roads their priority. They're like, we're building roads. We don't care about this wooden house or this woodcutter. We want roads. As soon as this fishing dock gets built, we'll really start pulling in the food. So, oh, here she goes. This bridge is getting built. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Or wait, it's a boy. Get it, Zachary. Or Zachary. These kids are just watching. Rudolphus? Who names these kids? Bam! There we go. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. Because we really... Close that. Really want to figure out where we can put this hunting lodge so that it's a lot closer. Or this hunting cabin. My apologies. I think that's about right. To where it'll really be taking advantage of that. And see, see how I can't see where this is? It's in there. You just have to click on it. So that's kind of a little bit of an annoyance, because if you don't click on it, I mean, you're just really kind of out of luck. One thing I will say is that at least a strategy that I found in my hour that I played beforehand is to go ahead and place buildings and then just pause their production. Because essentially you can map out your entire town and then kind of build it at that pace, which is, I think it's interesting. I think it's to, to just go ahead and do all your pre-planning. But other people may see it differently. But in my opinion, that seems to be the case. Now, you can't build a pasture until you get animals. And as far as I could tell, you don't start off with any. And of course, this will tell you that it's too small. And then when it's big enough, it will then develop that there. So I'm going to go ahead and build this pasture and get it ready to go. And I kind of want to keep this area here for farmland. So let's go ahead and plant. It doesn't tell me what size that was, which would be convenient. Let's see. Guess I can. There's a 5x7. We'll go ahead and do that and tell it to do cabbage, because why not? Everyone loves cabbage, right? You cannot hear the sound of me shaking my head no. Roads, they say, make your people more efficient, so that's just something to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and let that play out. We'll go ahead and speed it up a little bit so you can kind of see that. This place is getting built. They'll usually assign it to a younger individual. I had a 12-year-old cutting wood one time, which I thought was appropriate. So that house is now built, and everyone has their own house. How about that? Okay, so the reserve of food is now low. Let me go ahead and pause this again. So this says, hey, what's going on with this? I need something to go on. It says no citizens are available to work in this location. So what you do, you just click up, and then you can see who your woodcutter is. We have a 20-year-old educated woodcutter. And it's a lady. So there you go. Very cool. And so this also needs a worker. So we'll go ahead. Oops. We'll go ahead and. Or wait. Oh, it says no citizens are able to work. Okay, so that is an instance in which we need to manage this a little bit tighter. Okay, so we have a farmer. We'll go ahead and boost that up to 2. And you can also do it from here, but I like to do it in this instance. Okay, so we also have our fishermen, and you can see that there's a question mark over that as well. I'm going to allow for 2 fishermen. Just right now, if it comes to the point where we need more fishermen, that is what we will do. I'm going to go ahead and bump down my builders so that my laborers can kind of run around and fill in the gaps on some stuff that might need be filling. Also here, let me go ahead and slow that down. You see here, this has this winter icon over it. Essentially what that means is that these people do not have enough firewood for the winter. And so that is what this is all about. So you can see she's coming back and she's getting to it. And as she gets the firewood, she will take it where it needs to go, and then this house will eventually get the firewood that they need. It's a really cool game. I like this so far. I like this quite a bit. I'm not too concerned about the food, at least at the moment, so don't freak out just yet. And this is still getting built. It's just requiring the labor at this point, which is what the build icon means there. Probably put another house here, and of course put our marketplace here. I feel like the sooner you can get your marketplace, the better. Okay, so the logs is still pretty low. So in that instance, we need to cut down some more trees. So let's see. Let's go ahead and remove... let's just go ahead and remove these trees here. Okay, so right now we don't have any animals, and there's no reason to go ahead and turn anybody on for this, because they're just... There's no animals available. And so we can't split them up or work them or anything. So I'm just going to leave this the way it is. Work has been disabled. But it's good for future expansion. So that whenever we build our marketplace and someone says, hey, I got some chickens, you want them? You can say, yep, we can put them right in here. Okay. Where's that marketplace at? That's a schoolhouse. Still trying to get my bearings. Ah, here it is. Trading post, not marketplace. Let's see how close I can get it to this building here. I think that's good. So 82 wood. We got enough stone, we got enough iron. We need to go ahead and really start working on those logs. And as you can see, the road goes right up to it. And this road will as well. I'll make it swing around here. Probably place a house here and probably put a well in this general area. But as you can see here, they're cutting down the logs, and we're getting those back. Let's see what's going on here. The materials required are not available. So you can essentially set a fuel limit for a certain place, so they'll make up to 200 in reserves for the firewood. That's something to note. They're out here building our hunting cabin, so it might be a good idea to map out a road. And I may be doing this too fast. You may all be freaking out going, oh my gosh, stop doing that. You can do a gatherer's hut, also a, what was that other bad mamma jamma? The herbalist. Herbalist is the same way. So I figured we kind of put all these places roughly in the same location. Oh, a kid was born. Very cool. Kids are starting to outgrow us. I'm going to go ahead and put that there, and I'm going to pause the building of that. So that is the herbalist. The other thing I will do is I will do the gatherer's hut. I will do it there. So we need a hunter. So let's go ahead and get ourselves... Let's just do two. Two for right now. I want to keep this wooded as much as possible. And let's try to get a road out there. Ooh, dirt road cannot be placed at that location. Interesting. So I think that might be good. Very cool, yeah. And that dirt road takes us roughly right in front of where this place will go, which I'm okay with. Where's the other place that I was going to build? Here it is. The Gatherer's Hut I will keep because I do want those berries and stuff. Alright, let's get back over here. Oh, so many children. 10 children. I do find that the ambient sound effects need to be turned down a little bit, so if you run into that problem, go ahead and turn, like the rain, if it's way loud, turn down the ambient. You'll be way more appreciative of the sound effects that way. And it looks like we are getting close to time here today, so again, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Banished. It is available in many different store locations for about 20 bucks. I think it's well worth it. It's a very fun game. You can really get started really fast. Who knows what's going to happen as we move along. It just looks great. It feels great. It's a combination of a lot of different styles of games that I really, really have grown to love over the years. And yeah, so pick it up and have some fun yourself. Let me know what you guys think of the game in the comments. Also subscribe and leave those likes. That helps me out way more than you can ever imagine. So until next time, this is JPT. Go play your games, and I'll be seeing you.